Hello guys, welcome to a new weekly market review. Today is the 16th of December 2019. This is Sia. Let's dive right into the markets. So here's the total market cap, and there's not much of a change. We still have that strong rejection from the weekly resistance level. And if we really want to look in terms of market cycles, this is all we've done. We've had a level which we've taken out and retested, and this is on a higher time frame. This is on a weekly time frame, so it's exactly the same thing. We have a level that we've broken down and retested, so essentially we could very well be in this part if this entire market cycle has to play out. I did mention a couple of weeks ago that if we do spend a lot of time without reclaiming this level, it is very probable that this is where we are, and we do get a couple of weeks or 3 or 4 weeks more of consolidation before taking a big dive. And the first level to react to is 150 billion. So this is still a probability, guys. If you want to be bullish, I will say it again, you want this 200 billion level to be reclaimed. Until that is, I don't think it makes a point to in the broad market to start betting your money. There's still a lot of good alts, and you can be trading those, but for now the macro picture on the total market cap, it is very similar in terms of being in this place in the market cycle. So keep a watch out for that. Here's the altcoin market cap. If you've been following me before, I have spoken about this fractal, and one thing I wanted you to note is this bounce that we had, the bounce that we had from December to June. And if we're comparing it to the 2014 bounce, yes, things were much more illiquid, and this is post the big bubble, but you can just see how different the magnitude of the bounce is. Here you can see we retraced to the 0.5 level of this entire move down, and this bounce that we had in December, it didn't even hit the 0.23. So that is like a very, very small bounce. And what I would say is that we need to see how price reacts when we get to this monthly level, and if we get there. Because if you flip this chart, it would be really bullish. This kind of a retracement would be really bullish. But of course, there is no confirmation of a breakdown. But there is no real strength in the market either. So for now, we're just pretty much waiting to see if we can get back to this monthly level, and what kind of demand we'd get there. Or we really need to start reclaiming some levels here, starting with this one right here. So if you really want to be bullish, just like the total market cap, we need to reclaim at least a major support level on a higher time frame. So still nothing big. Still, this is just further consolidation for a continuation of a trend. This is quite a strong trend, just like the trend that we had when we were moving up. And again, guys, the broad market for crypto, it looks no good on a higher time frame, and it really does favor anybody finding a good place to short. So here we have Bitcoin, and what I've been looking at this whole while is this range. This range has been trading very well, and I'm just gonna hide this for a second. Yeah, so this range has been trading very well. You can see that currently we are finding resistance at the 0.5 level of this range. Kind of looks like a slow bleed until we do break below. This is more of a consolidation pattern. It's quite similar to what we had in February of the beginning of this year. So for this, I'll just bring back the pattern. That this is a harmonic, this is a Gartley pattern, guys. It is valid anywhere between, if BTC is um, anywhere from 7,000 all the way to 6,800. This pattern will be valid. If we do end up finding support here at 69, I just want to tell you what the targets are. So the first target would be the 618 of CD, and that lines up very well with the 0.75 level of our range, which is around 73.80. That would be the first target. And the second target would be a 1:1 extension of XA. So if it is 6,900 where we will drop to, then we can easily get to 8,200. Basically take out this liquidity up here. So for BTC, I mean, essentially, the entire market, there's a few interesting alts, but BTC has just been really slow. I had a short which got stopped out with this spike up. So currently I am not in a short, but I'm just sitting in fiat. I'm playing quite a few altcoins which have been moving really well, but also was not around to take this trade. There was a nice trade, a rejection of the Monday lows. So this was quite a nice trade to have. Essentially, the way the broader market is right now, I would be more comfortable on BTC to be holding a short until I'm proven otherwise. I don't have a short, so I'm just sitting in fiat and I'm just trading alts, and essentially gonna watch what happens here. If on a lower time frame, once we do get here, I see a good reaction, I'm gonna play this pattern. I like the Gartley. I think it plays out pretty well on Bitcoin. So gonna be watching this for the next couple of days, guys. Alts against BTC, this is where things get interesting. We were looking at this long-term trend line, and we were looking at the structure on the daily, and basically we were looking for a reclaim of this weekly resistance level, and now we have a higher high, and let's see if we can actually form a higher low, and a break of this high that BTC has currently created would make me bullish for alts against BTC, guys. I think that would be a place for very nice opportunity once we are able to break this high. Until then, we currently lack confirmation, but you can see this long-term trend line. This is basically from the April highs. We are finally taking it out, and essentially since the beginning of September, we've been making higher highs and higher lows. This was a good move up, a big retrace, and let's see if we can actually get confirmation, or are we going to get a sideways range like we did when we bottomed out in December, because that created a further continuation downwards. If we actually are to do that, if we actually are to be forming a similar flag, then I would expect BTC to really be dominating, and essentially this would, I mean, if alts were to drop like this, I would say that crypto has to have a big fall, and it's just that BTC would be falling less than alts would if this scenario has to play out. But otherwise, I still think there's some really good moves for select altcoins. Tezos has been doing really well, Atom has been doing well, Tomo has been doing well, and quite a few Binance coins are looking pretty decent. So I would say, like, rather than thinking about the large caps or the broad market, still carry on playing the alts that are trending, sharing a lot of altcoins on the Subverto Twitter account. So be sure to keep a lookout over there. It's Dow Gold. I haven't drawn any scribbles since the beginning of November. We were looking for some kind of a sideways owing to a strong daily resistance and a weekly resistance, and also uh, the resistance of this declining trend line from the wedge. So we do look close to breaking out. I still think we have further to go, and possibly, yes, to challenge those highs, but first to tackle this weekly resistance level. So possibly this week I'm looking for this breakout on Dow Gold. Here's the Nasdaq. There's nothing really bearish about it. We've taken out uh, most of the players over here and built a strong continuation. You can see a bit of a channel here. Let's see if I can fit something in over here. Yep, so it's trading within this very steep channel. It's even steeper than the channel that started this move in October, and we saw that price was flattening out a bit, and that's why I was expecting a bit of a retrace. We did get that correction, and price is moving away from this level quite steeply. So I don't think there's anything bearish about this, and we should definitely see continuation for a strong uptrend. Here's gold. We're looking for price to break below this channel to be able to take some profits here, but price came right back, took out the stops, took out my stops as well. So the short didn't work out, but this has been another liquidity grab. So you can see almost like a 3 drive pattern, and another liquidity grab up here. So what I would want for gold is to first lose this weekly level. If we do, then I would like to take a short on gold if we end up losing this weekly level. So I would test the channel highs over here, which are in decent confluence with the daily support. So if we can get this move, this would be pretty decent. Otherwise, if we keep holding on this weekly resistance level as support, then possibly we get another test towards the daily resistance. But considering the strength in indices, I am looking for weakness in gold again, and looking for it to head back down towards daily support. There is a lot of liquidity here that can be taken out. So let's see what price can do. Here's palladium. I really wanted to bring this to your guys' attention because this has been an absolutely wonderful trend. If you go all the way back, it's going on since November 2008, and really been having small retraces and carrying on. You can see the intensity did dwindle on the previous leg. So we did have 145% and then an 85%, and currently we are on a psychological resistance of $2,000. But right now palladium is more expensive than gold has ever been. So this is pretty interesting, and I don't want to count out when this trend ends. So I would say that if you do trade commodities, keep a lookout on this, and keep a watch on this for retracements, and just ride the trend, guys. This is what a trend looks like, and if you use any kind of trend following strategies, if you'd like, you can look at the ADX tutorial that I posted this week. And if you like any kind of trend following strategies, this is definitely one to watch and something to catch this trend on. Oil is still trading so well within this channel. It's literally been 3 months almost since we've just been trading in this channel, and again we've moved to the top of it. This very strong weekly resistance levels, and if I zoom out a little, you can see how strong this weekly level is, because on a higher time frame we did test it as support, broke back down, and we have never really broken back above it. So I think if we do end up breaking back above it and it's not a sharp move and we end up holding this as resistance, this could be very significant. So I would say within the next month or two, we will definitely know if oil really wants to take this out and begin a climb, which has been a while since price has been consolidating. So still trading well within this channel. I suggest to carry on trading this channel till it resolves. But if price does find support on it, that would be very bullish for me. I think if price finds support on top of this channel, I would definitely be punting along. Otherwise, yeah, this is going to be a shorting opportunity. If we head to the top of the channel, maybe another stop run, a sharp move and a stop run, or a test of this channel and a move down to at least the middle of the channel. So let's see how this goes. It's pretty exciting. If we catch this, it could be a big move. So here we're looking at nat gas, and I've drawn a bit of a scribbly for last week, saying that this is a bit crowded and I don't think we can instantly break this. So we are making that consolidation that we were looking at before deciding on direction. We also made a 50% retrace of this big move. I just want to check, is it another 50%? Yep, so we made another 50% retrace. Essentially this just reflects that it's quite balanced, this trend, and for now this is a downtrend. And what I would like, if it is going to be a bit fractalish, is for us to not break back below this daily resistance and turn it into resistance. If we do that, then I would be looking for lower levels. But if we hold this, if we get this retrace and we hold this level, then I'll be looking for a risk adjusted long somewhere around here, somewhere around this 2.2 level. If we come back down here and test it, I think this is a key level, and you can see last time we did break below it and then we reclaimed it. This gave a beautiful trade. So I want to see how this level trades. If we do fail from here, then I would trade it first at least to this weekly level, but if we do end up breaking low, then I would want to trade it to at least 2.16. So let's see guys. Keep a watch out. I think either this week or the next we should find something interesting to happen in nat gas. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and go ahead and share it with someone else. And if you have any questions about what we covered today, please leave them in the comments and I will be sure to get back to you or answer them in my next video. For more trading content and education, go ahead and click on the video on your right. Thanks for watching guys, and cheers!